So, namaste, friends. Thank you for joining. This is the 7th day of Navratri. The goddess we are honoring today is Goddess Kalvratri. And if you looked in the group chat, you saw that she is very similar in looks to the Tantric goddess of Kali. But in this aspect, even though she looks a bit fierce and she's a fighter, she's a warrior, she is very benevolent. She is there to help us defeat any obstacles in our way. A lot of the phraseology that they use is defeating darkness for light or evil for good. She has 8 hands and she's holding a lot of weapons. And if we remember back to our studies, those weapons are to defeat ego, selfish desires, things like that, that hinder us from being the person we want to be. So we can think of Goddess Durga in all her aspects as just different ways, particular ways, and offering different techniques to help us become the person we want to be by forming new habits and getting rid of the old habits. So let's begin by sitting quietly. Let's bring our hands into chin mudra, palms facing up, eyes closed. Take a few calming breaths just to come into your practice today. Inhale, bring hands to heart center and Anjali Mudra. Remember, this is our balancing mudra. Let's bring our mental awareness to the crown chakra, the top of the head, as Goddess Kalvratri is associated with the crown chakra. Keeping that mental focus, let us share the pranava 3 times. Take a breath in. Om. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And as you exhale, open the eyes, release the mudra. I'd like to show you another mudra. This time we're going to use this new mudra as we chant the Durga mantra. You simply bring your hands together. Keep the pinky fingers as they are, but just fold all the other fingers in. And the right thumb comes over the left thumb. That's it. And then you can hold it here at your heart. Let us chant Om Doom Durgaye Namaha 8 times together. So sitting quietly, relax, center yourself. Let's begin. Take a breath in. Om Doom Durgaye Namaha. Om Doom Durgaye Namaha. Om Doom Durgaye Namaha. Om Doom Durgaye Namaha. Doom Durgaye Namaha. Om Doom Durgaye Namaha. Doom Durgaye Namaha. Durgaye Namah. Last one. Om Durgaye Namah. Sit quietly. Exhale and release. So when you're doing your own practice, if mantra and mudra are part of your own practice, remember, take your time, be patient. As you do the chant, allow yourself simply to relax, the brain to sort of turn off, and just let the vibrations do their magic. And when you finish the mantra, take as long as you need to sit quietly until you feel that it's like a magic moment of just peace descending on you. Just wait as long as you need to do. All right, now before we get into the little asana practice, which is associated with this goddess, I'm going to show you one more mudra, which we will be sharing. Simply put your hands like this. Let the thumb and the first finger join to form a triangle. That's it. That's the mudra. So we'll be doing the mudra on top of our head and then closing our hand and opening. The other aspect of this practice that I wanted to explain right now is if you look at the picture of Goddess Kalvratri and we think about what she looks like in our brain conditioning is that, oh, she looks a little fierce. So you have that dichotomy of her actually being a very nurturing and protective goddess. So you have that dichotomy, that tension set up in our brain, in our intuition. And when we do an asana, sometimes we have that same tension set up. So today, when we're in our standing positions, I'd like you to think about really grounding from the pelvis down to your feet, really feeling that nice centered, grounded feeling. But at the same time, you want to feel a lightness and a lengthening from the pelvis to the crown of the head. So we're finding that balance and that harmony between those two things as we go through our asanas today. All right, I will meet you on your mat. Go ahead and come into Tadasana. Take your time to get set up. And already in Tadasana, you can feel and start experiencing that tension that I was talking about, where I feel very, not heavy, but grounded and centered from the pelvis down, and yet very light as I lengthen up through the crown of my head. This balance is all about freeing up the obstacles, not only within our circulation and our nerve pathways within the body from bottom to top, but also the subtle energetic pathways. We're in Tadasana. Open the hands, inhale, arms up. At the top, let's do that mudra I showed you where you open up the palms, thumb and first finger are touching. Drop the shoulders. Go ahead, drop the head to look at your hands. Hold here. As you exhale, go ahead and bring the hands back together. And exhale again and bring them down. Now we will add a side bend. Open up the palms, inhale, arms up. As you exhale, drop the head, open up the mudra. Inhale, close the head, close the hand, head is at neutral, and exhale to your right. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, open up the mudra, gaze at the hands. Inhale, close the hands, head is at neutral, and exhale to your left. Inhale, come back up, stay here for a second. Let's add this awareness now. Think about being really light from the pelvis up. Extend up, 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 and keep that awareness of extension up as you move from right to left. We have a tendency in this pose, when we come back to center, to let the vertebrae just drop back down. But we want to maintain that feeling of extension throughout this movement. So we are in Tadasana, our hands are overhead. Think about really extending up. As you exhale, open the hands into the mudra, drop the head back. Inhale, close the hands, keep extending. And exhale to the right. Extend, extend, extend. Inhale, come back up. Extend, extend, lengthen. Exhale, mudra. Inhale, close the hands, extend. Exhale, left. Inhale, come back up. Awareness, awareness, extend. Exhale, mudra. Inhale, close hands. Exhale, right, extend. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, mudra. Inhale, close hands. Exhale, left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, mudra. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, right. Inhale, come back to center. Last one, exhale, mudra. Come back to your Tadasana and release your hands down. Second asana is the same dynamic awareness of lengthening from the pelvis through the top of the head, grounding through the feet. All right, let's come to the top of your mat on the short side because we'll be stepping back into a very long, low lunge. All right, here we are, Tadasana. Let's think about doing an easy forward fold down so that we can rest our hands on the mat before we step back with the right foot. In Tadasana, open the hands, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, any way you like. If it's the first one of the day, bend your knees, swan dive down, whatever you want. You can stay here and even just rag down. Lift the head so you can place your hands down on the mat. Right foot, as you inhale, step that right foot back. Right knee down. Make adjustments so you can have a really nice, comfortable, long lunge. Now here in this position with our hands on the mat on either side of the foot, usually we guide and we say, okay, shine the heart. This time I'd like you to think about from tailbone to the top of head, extend and really think about the energy through the crown chakra going up. All right, that is your mental focus as you hold this lunge. Making it a dynamic movement, curl the right toe under. As you inhale, bring the right knee up. Now lean back. Head to left shin. Really think about extending through the top of the head. Inhale, lift the head. Think about leading through the crown. And bring that right knee down. You're back in your lunge. Relax the back toe. Extend through the crown chakra. Feel that extension from tailbone all the way up the spine through the top of the head. Let's repeat. Curl the toe under. Inhale, lift the right knee. Exhale, lean back. Extend through the top of the head, bringing the head to the left shin. Inhale, lift the head, release the right knee down, lunge, extend and lengthen. One more time. Inhale, curl the toe under, lift the right knee, Exhale, lean back. Extend through the back, through the head to shin. Inhale, lift the head. Bring that right knee down. You're back into your lunge. Coming back to Tadasana. Curl the right toe under, lift the knee. As you inhale, step forward, back into your forward fold. Reverse swan dive to come up. Bend the knees first, lift the head, lengthen the back. Extend the arms to the sides, palms down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, release down. All right, same thing on the left side. In Tadasana, open up the palms. Inhale, arms up. At the top, exhale down any way you like into a nice forward fold, wherever you're at this morning. Lift the head so you can place the hands on the mat. Inhale, step that left foot back, nice big step back. Left knee down, adjust, find a comfortable lunge for yourself. Place the hands on the mat, lengthen from tailbone through crown of head. Focus on the crown chakra. Curl the left toe under. Inhale, lift the left knee up. As you exhale, you're leaning back, bringing your head to the right shin. Inhale, bring that left knee down. Lengthen from tailbone to crown. And hold. Pinky, got my dog here. Pinky, come back. Come on. Let's repeat. Curl the left toe under. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, lean back. Lengthen, lengthen. Head to shin. Inhale, come back. Left knee down. And hold. One more time. Inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, come back, extend through that tailbone all the way through the crown, head to shin. And coming back, gently bring that left knee down. Focus on the crown. Coming back to Tadasana, curl that back toe under, lift the knee up. Inhale, step forward into your forward fold. Rising back up, bend knees, lift head, lengthen back. Inhale, extend arms to the sides. Inhale, rise up. At the top, stay here. On your next inhale, open up into the mudra. Drop the head and hold. Our gaze is up towards our hands. On your next inhale, close the mudra. Head is back in neutral position. And exhale, release down. Beautiful. Let's come back onto the mat. Coming into child's pose. Child's pose is a great pose to also understand that feeling of being grounded through the pelvis and down, and then really extending the tailbone through the top of your head. So let's come into child's pose. If you can, walk your fingers forward just a little bit, really get a nice lengthening and drop the head. Let's stay here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sitting into Vajrasana. As you inhale, slide the hands back. Find your Vajrasana. On your next exhale, release. Now, if you're comfortable in Vajrasana, stay here. If it's not comfortable, come to a different seated position. A pranayama that is associated with the crown chakra is alternate nostril breath. So what I'd like to do is first chant the goddess mantra, the simple version, and then go into alternate nostril breath as we end our practice today. So let's bring our hands into chin mudra, palms up. Find that nice comfortable position where you can have a nice straight back as much as possible for you today. Close the eyes. Take a few breaths just to center and bring your awareness inward. We'll chant the Goddess Kalvratri mantra 8 times. Join me as you feel comfortable. Take a breath in. Om Devi Kalvratri Namaha. 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 Last one. Om Devi Kalvratri Namaha. You exhale, open the eyes. Can release the mudra. Just quickly before we go into the pranayama, I just wanted to remind you, for those who've studied any of the mantra in Sanskrit with me, let's just look at the first 3 letters, K-A-L. Kal. K is the first consonant that is a very guttural sound. It is more primeval, let's say. A is the first sound of the universe. Ah, it's the first sound, the first manifestation of consciousness. L is the seed sound, the bija, of the Muladhara chakra. So when we chant mantras, it's not that we have to have an exact English translation of all the words that you're saying in the mantra. What is more important is to be aware that those vibrations all have real meaning within Sanskrit. So when we're chanting a Sanskrit mantra, it's the vibrations that we're taking in more than the mental cognizance of what the English translation is for us. All right, alternate nostril breath. This is, again, very much a balancing breath and associated with the crown chakra. Let's do 4 rounds. Remember, each round begins on the left side and ends on the left side. When you finish, please just come to a comfortable seated position and sit quietly. All right, go ahead and start. I'll join you. So let's release the mudra and open the eyes. So the mudra that we did, like this, is called the 1,000-petal lotus mudra. And it's typically done on top of the head like this. Relax the shoulders down. So if mudra and meditation is part of your practice, you may want to include this in your practice. It's a beautiful mudra to help bring the mental and spiritual focus to the crown chakra. All right, let's end our practice today. Inhale, bring hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, and sharing the pranava together one time. Take a breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Exhale, going down to the teachers within. Inhale, let's come back up. Open the eyes, back into full awareness, ready for the day. Namaste. Thanks for sharing your practice. Hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.